fucking rocking chair.
Oh my God!
The chair's moving. You see the
Hello?
Some wilderness encounters begin with a strange sound, but others feel like a warning to leave immediately. From silent strangers circling a truck at 3 a.m. to bare feet racing through the brush, what was truly hunting these people in the dark. On October 27, 2025, YouTuber Chris Baird and one companion ventured far into an isolated woodland to examine the notorious Skinwalker cabin, a site accessible only along dirt roads, beyond cellular coverage, and enclosed by lakes and solitude. Their investigation very quickly became unsettling as they recorded unusual shrines, disturbing accounts left by earlier guests, and stories involving mysterious break-ins.
Alright guys, as you can see behind me, there's a cabin sitting there. This cabin is known as the Skinwalker cabin. We are in an area of the forest that people say skinwalkers reside. They see weird things. They see get some weird answers. We just got buried in psychic. People report seeing actual skinwalkers, like tall beings, weird things that look like animals, half human, really weird things. Mimics, you'll hear your own voice being called. It'll sound just like you, but it's not you. A lot of weird stuff happens in this forest, and there's a lot of reason to believe that the owners know about it because they have some things behind us. I don't know if you guys have seen this yet. We were actually here about 3 months ago. Apparently this is like a little memorial shrine, like for protection. They try to keep this negative energy away, but if you guys only knew the stories, people who have stayed here leave reviews about this place. Terrifying things. They hear doors slamming at nighttime. They actually have like reports of people breaking into the cabin, and they go check and there's nobody here. They'll come outside, they'll hear screams. There's a lot going on. We've actually been filming here for about an hour. Check out Jazz's video. Jazz is actually behind the camera tonight. I appreciate him for that. It just said hear me. Hear me 9. Let's just listen for a second. Nothing, we're good. There's no skinwalkers, we're fine.
Yeah, that's always good.
But yeah, tonight we're gonna push it a little bit. So last time we came here, I don't know if you guys remember, but we got freaked out and we left. We were kind of like almost trapped in that house. It felt like things were coming after us and attacking us. We closed all the blinds. There was a lot going on. It was a really weird night. Give it another try. You guys met some light goals. You guys wanted us to come back here. And we're...
To be fair, someone literally was outside the cabin.
We caught
it on camera.
We caught a picture of somebody literally outside, down at the bottom of the driveway. Don't know.
What the f*** that? That was a tree knock.
That was a growl. Hello? You guys always just mad at me when I do this, but...
Oh my God.
That was a whistle back.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. Dude, if I had a Big Mac right now, I don't think I'd ever complain again.
Dude. Hello?
What do we keep hearing?
I saw something.
What'd you see?
I don't know, bro. I'm just seeing shadows. Maybe I'm just freaking out over my own shadow.
Oh.
Hello? All right, Chris, come on. We got this. We're big and
You
strong.
sure?
and-
We don't have to. We can just stay here.
No, we can do this.
We're in a trail right now, guys. Look at us. See?
No,
We're exploring trails.
Yeah.
Exploring with trails.
Come on. I'm trying to motorboat you.
Oh,
I mean, motivate you.
it's been so long. Now, I don't know why this would have been here. So there's like it feels like almost like a dock,
This?
but it's like collapsed.
Well,
But for what reason?
do you think it was maybe something for hunting? Do you think maybe it was something for...
Oh, what are you gonna shoot at? The fucking trees?
The skinwalkers.
Certainly, okay.
The skinwalkers, of course.
After darkness finally arrived, they heard unfamiliar noises, knocks against trees, growling, and whistles, while also spotting shadows shifting among the woods. Initial uneasiness intensified when the sounds seemed to react to what they did, and even imitate their voices.
Chris, that's a tree knock. There's a stick right there. Do it back.
I was gonna start clapping. All right, guys, we can do that too. Trying to poke your eye out. Came from the water.
Okay. Yeah.
We gotta find the water. Can you guys make this sound? I just heard you do it. Can you do it again? I'm breaking the fucking stick.
Oh my God!
Looking for safety, they hurried inside the cabin, assuming the threat remained outdoors, but soon faced more alarming activity within. including unexplained motion and noises, suggesting that something was deliberately challenging them.
Where did you guys come from? Like, who summoned you? How did you get here? Okay.
Okay, so when were you summoned? Can you at least tell us that?
Yeah.
What the fuck was
Where's the
that?
fucking rocking chair?
Oh my
The
god!
chair's moving.
Chris, shut the fuck up.
What the fuck is going on right now?
Dude, I'm like frozen right now. I legit can't move right now.
Someone's like getting dragged upstairs.
Chris?
Don't look at me, you just said. Where are you? In the back?
Places this isolated can heighten fear by mixing ordinary natural sounds with rising anxiety. Yet the seemingly purposeful nature of the noises leaves troubling possibilities. Were their experiences caused by paranoia and the surrounding environment, or had Chris and his companion entered a location where something genuinely wanted them gone before the night was over? On September 5th, 2020, YouTuber Phoenix began building a new ASMR channel recording woodland paths and natural sounds. During his first trip, he entered a restricted forest section where a damaged fence had already been knocked flat and heard a sound unlike anything he had encountered in Michigan. Despite years spent hiking trails, the noise seemed entirely unknown. Phoenix declined to search for its source, later saying whatever produced it appeared furious or hurt. Strange noises in isolated places often have ordinary explanations, yet they can still awaken powerful instinctive dread. Do you believe he walked away from an innocent animal, or something much more deeply disturbing concealed among the trees? A recording uploaded by the YouTube channel Exploring with Bears on May 7, 2026 followed Creator Bears and his wife Tiff as they reached New River Gorge in West Virginia. Midnight was approaching, and mist had already begun drifting inland from the water.
Tonight we travel to West Virginia, where me and my wife first stop off at a ghost town called Thurman. But now, we head deeper into the mountains to find our campsite where we are going to attempt to stay in the haunted Appalachian Mountains. But it goes terribly wrong.
They were far inside the Appalachian Mountains, an area shaped by its own unwritten customs. Bears violated one of the best-known warnings almost at once. He sent a whistle into the darkness.
Welcome back to another Appalachian camping adventure. Is it Appalachian or Appalachia? We are deep in the Appalachian Mountains.
Appalachian.
Appalachian. And I thought I just seen something moving over there.
Oh.
Did you hear that? I thought that sounded like a growl for a second.
As Tiff remained in the truck, Bears made his way toward the river's edge. The location carried a brutal past, during a period remembered for violence and lawlessness.
So right now, we have currently set up our camp at the, what's it called, babe?
New River Gorge.
My memory. New River Gorge, though. And this river has history, too. There was so much bloodshed here that bodies used to be tossed in this river right here. There was so much killing going on in these days. Very violent times. History. A lot of history here. Anyway, but deep in Appalachia, which is supposed to be haunted. And we're going to stay here all night. And right now,
We're not allowed to be out here?
No, you're not supposed to be out at night in the Appalachian Mountains, babe.
Bodies had reportedly been dumped into that water. The atmosphere felt oppressive, with only the river's current breaking the silence around him. They should not have remained there once night had fallen. Locals had a reason for that warning. A message from Tiff suddenly arrived. Something had struck the truck's exterior. Bears turned back, moving through the thick fog while using his flashlight.
Babe, what happened?
It's too scary.
It's the Appalachian Mountains.
It's just too scary. Please come in and stop filming me.
What hit the truck? What was you talking about? Okay, these are our water bottles. Okay, I'm coming.
Around 3 a.m., another vehicle stopped near their camp. Several people stepped outside. They quietly walked around the truck through the surrounding darkness without speaking, using lights, or making any noticeable sound.
What was that?
There's people outside right now. That was a car door. What are they doing? Man, is it that same?
It's the same truck?
Okay. Oh, that's creepy.
Bears and Tiff refused to stay long enough to learn who they were or why they had come. They climbed into the front and quickly drove away from the gorge. The strangers surrounding their truck never spoke, and that complete silence remains difficult to dismiss. What do you believe they were searching for that night?
Have time to think. We jumped in the front seat. We hightailed it out of the location and drove all the way home from there. But we did make it out safely, and that is one of the dangers of camping that you can come across.
YouTuber Justin ventured out to investigate the deserted remains of Elkmont, a ghost town hidden deep inside the forest. The air was cold, and the area was silent.
Okay, hello guys. So, we are here at Elkmont. We haven't been in... Fuck, why is the light going off? We are going in the first house. Oh, Justin's here. He's cold. So, let's go.
The group stepped into the first deteriorating cabin. Their lights failed almost at once. The freezing walls and darkness made the interior seem tighter than it really was.
Yeah. But, so they started, like, restoring these houses here. But, like, look at the different, I don't know, just how they built, like,
Justin saw that newer lumber had been added over sections of the original boards. Someone had worked on the buildings. He briefly mentioned that black bears could be beyond the walls. The joke stopped feeling funny quickly.
There could be a black bear on the other side of it, yeah. There is something about that.
Yeah, I didn't take into account about, like, wildlife and stuff. Oh, jeez! Fuck!
Sorry, Queen.
How are you over here?
You don't see my light.
I don't know. I have two lights pointed at my face right now.
Inside the second cabin, their equipment failed once more. The vacant rooms carried a darkness that was difficult to ignore. Each corner seemed as though something might be hiding there.
There ain't no lights. Because it is cold. Now she fucking works. Okay. Maybe she's just cold. I'm cold.
They continued toward the third cabin, positioned farther away than the rest. The flooring moved and groaned under their weight. They were examining how the building had been put together when the noise came.
Okay, so we're walking into cabin number 3. As you can see, she's fucking spooky. Also, I found out why my flashlight wasn't working. I needed new batteries. No pets allowed. I can't come in, I'm a bitch. Look at the architecture.
A deep, forceful impact sounded from somewhere within the cabin. It did not resemble an animal. Justin froze immediately. They fled.
I'm just... Go.
They forced their way through the darkness and left the property as quickly as possible. Justin glanced back at the cabin once. Something appeared to be there.
What the f? Run! Go, 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 go! Where the fuck did it go?
Some viewers may link an unseen, powerful presence in the forest with Bigfoot stories, yet here, the noise seemed to originate from inside the building itself. Whatever produced that sound in the third cabin left behind no obvious evidence and no simple explanation. What do you believe was inside that house waiting for them? A video posted by the YouTube channel, Exploring with Angelo, on September 11th, 2023, followed creator Angelo and his companion Mal Sargi as they used the Randonautica app to investigate Harper's Ferry. The town holds centuries of history, but what they encountered seemed far more connected to the present day.
Welcome back to a brand new Randonautica adventure, starting out here in a very cool historic town called Harper's Ferry. It's been here for a very long time. From what I read, was the oldest standing building, so there was probably some stuff here before then.
Trouble began quickly. A man near the old train station continued appearing everywhere they went. He repeatedly entered the same area, stopped, and remained standing there. The same unsettling pattern repeated again and again.
Now we were at like the train station, and I don't know, there was this one guy. He would just like we would go into one spot and he would kind of like come in that area too, and then just kind of like stop, and it was almost as if he was like kind of watching us in a way. I don't know.
Deeper inside, they discovered an umbrella and several scattered notes within an abandoned waterway. One sheet of paper contained a handwritten warning urging them to leave immediately.
This is a random American umbrella. I wonder if it still works. Oh, what the hell? Okay. Oh, it kind of works. Disabled veterans, their courage endures. Well, salute to the vets. But what is this? A bunch of random pieces of paper in here. Just the right mix of chaos and love is degrees. The hell? There is a problem we cannot ignore. Confront, plot against, drown in chocolate sauce, or run over with the car. What the hell's that saying? Leave now?
Mal stopped to grab his flashlight when a shriek echoed across the valley. It resembled no animal they recognized. Once it ended, the surrounding woods became completely silent.
Okay, what in the actual hell was that? So I was stopping for a second so I can grab my flashlight, and I heard this screech. And I'm pretty sure it wasn't an animal.
Beside an old church, they found a skeleton key lying near a broken cross. Someone moved among the nearby ruins and disappeared before the camera could capture a clear view of the person.
Oh, there's much more stuff in here. What the f? Dude, check this out. There's like a skeleton key.
What the hell?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Where'd that person go? What if it was theirs?
He kept
I
walking.
mean, we just caught like a glimpse of them, right? What the hell is this? And that's pretty much it. Oh, wait, there's something else in here. Found it. Okay, what is all this stuff? Yeah, it looks like a button. Literally, it's like a pin button thingy. Altar server. In appreciation of service to the Lord, presented to Ope.
At the ridge's summit, Mal believed he saw a figure watching from behind Jefferson Rock. He approached the spot. No one was there.
Well, there's the rock. I don't know, you see anybody? It is weird. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Ooh. Okay, those are just birds. Yeah, dude, there ain't nobody here. No. There's no one here, dude. That was weird. I'm like 155,000% positive I saw someone and they just disappeared.
Their night concluded outside Savannah's Bonaventure Cemetery. The entrance gates were locked, yet music could be heard somewhere beyond them in the darkness.
But yeah, that's the cemetery. We'll try and come back tomorrow. If we have time during the day, we can get here early enough. Maybe what we can do is run another point while we're actually in the cemetery. Maybe I'll run a point, maybe you'll run your own point and see what comes up, right? Now it sounds like it's down there.
Every location presented something they could not understand, then mysteriously removed it before they managed to examine it closely. Who do you believe was placing those notes there? The Grizzly Gaz channel centers on its host Gaz, who is frequently accompanied by his devoted dog Fendi during solo overnight camping trips and visits to remote or supposedly haunted locations around the United Kingdom. His content combines demanding outdoor survival with casual paranormal exploration, treating his van as a traveling base while documenting the mental strain created by isolation in wild surroundings. On November 3rd, 2005, Gaz stopped near a remote reservoir beside Woodland that local rumors had connected to witchcraft. After cooking food and arranging electric blankets powered by a portable generator, he entered the forest with Fendi to examine the legends attached to the location. The woods carried an unnatural stillness. Beyond the wind and the movement of Fendi, almost nothing could be heard.
Very, very quiet, apart from the wind and the odd aeroplane going overhead. Oh, when we get back to the van, I'll let you all know how Fendi's doing. Don't be going through them puddles, you idiot. Go on this way. I always feel like something's just gonna pop its head up over the wall. Annoyed out already. And there it is, the witch's den. You ready, mate? You can hear the wind just whistling through those trees. I'm sure I just saw a light or maybe some eye shine. I hope there's no cows in there. There's always cows in there. Always bloody cows. I shat my pants then, look at that. I thought there was someone stood there on edge of woods just staring at me. It's the end of a dry stone wall. Alright, come on.
As they continued along the trail, Gaz repeatedly confused dark shapes and shadows, particularly parts of a stone wall, with figures standing nearby and observing them. He intended to find a place called the Witch's Den, and the farther he traveled beneath the trees, the more threatening the atmosphere seemed. Eventually, Gaz reached a clearing containing a crumbling structure buried beneath scattered debris, which he believed was the rumored den.
Don't like that. Oh, here it is, I think. We found it. Yeah, check it out. You see the 5-pointed star with bells on it. Hung up there. There were loads of other bells last time I were here. Well, last time I camped here anyway. Just rattling about in wind. I don't think we can get in there, mate. I can't squeeze in there anyway. I'm too fat to get in there now. Creeped out. keep hearing stuff.
A five-pointed star decorated with small bells hung above the entrance and shook violently in the wind, together with the creaking trees. The sight made the entire location feel increasingly suffocating. While examining the structure, Gaz became aware of sounds that did not appear consistent with the wind. He switched off his flashlight and listened carefully, eventually detecting a deep, heavy noise that seemed to indicate something large moving close by.
Pretty sure I saw eye shine. Right up there. Other side of that wall. It looked pretty big as well. Hold on. Where's my other torch? Alright, so it might have been whatever it was peeking round the side of that wall. It's like a T-junction there. With this wall, and there's a gap between this long one here and then the one that goes along there. I ain't got any tools with me. Got no knife, got no axe, got no saw, but I've got a Fendi. Oi, Fendi, this way. Are you having a piddle? Don't worry, I'll watch your back for you. Everyone always tells me to look up, but the only reason why I'm looking up is for branches. Right, oh shit. Come on, let's get out of here. I'm sure I've just heard someone sneeze.
Feeling increasingly vulnerable, he chose to begin leaving the area. As he turned toward the forest exit, Gaz believed he noticed eyes reflecting from an opening between two sections of stone wall. The reflection looked unusually large, strengthening his suspicion that a sizable creature was watching from the darkness. Because he carried nothing useful for protection, he called Fendi back and hurried toward the outer edge of the woods. Moments before reaching the tree line, another unexpected noise traveled through the forest. A sudden sharp sound similar to a sneeze. Gaz did not recognize it as any animal call he had encountered, and it disturbed him greatly. As soon as he emerged from beneath the trees, the atmosphere seemed to change, and he immediately felt more secure outside the forest. Back beside the van, Gaz and Fendi were still recovering from the experience when an ordinary but urgent issue interrupted the trip. Several suspicious payments totaling almost $500 had appeared on his bank card. Concern about fraud forced him to abandon the camp and drive away to find a cellular service so he could freeze the account, ending the night under considerable stress. Some viewers interpret the reflected eyes and heavy movement as signs of a large animal. Others believe the local folklore and disturbing design of the den point toward paranormal activity. The sneeze-like noise remains the detail most difficult to explain through natural causes. Had Gaz remained inside longer, would the hidden presence have finally appeared, or simply approached even closer? That unresolved possibility keeps the encounter open to discussion and interpretation. This account leads into one of the Appalachians' most dangerous regions, where a deserted chapel, the name of a missing child, and cries from the forest transformed a single night into terror. On May 21st, 2026, the twin paranormal team trekked into one of the deepest and most hazardous areas of the Appalachian Mountains. They were heading toward an abandoned chapel, connected to the tale of 4 individuals who vanished and were permanently claimed by the wilderness.
This is where we're staying. I don't think we learned from the last mistake we made.
Is this a bad idea? Still? This is not going to be good.
Yep, it's a bad idea. And this is horse poop.
And this is horse poop.
Ryan, don't pick it up.
Wilderness.
Don't pick it up.
Okay.
This region of Appalachia is one of the regions where many people go missing or die every single year. Some people think that this is because of natural causes, but many others believe that there is something horribly wrong with these mountains. So whether you believe it or not, we are back in a brand new area to find out if it is real.
People can disappear rapidly in the Appalachians because the landscape is enormous, rugged, and densely forested. One wrong direction, an unseen ledge, or suddenly becoming disoriented can turn dangerous within moments. particularly as daylight disappears. While preparing their gear, Ryan abruptly shouted for everyone else to come outdoors. He had heard a coarse voice calling from the nearby brush at the exact moment his flashlight batteries inexplicably failed.
Guys.
What?
Holy f***. Oh my god. Look around real quick. I just changed the batteries in this flashlight, okay? I'm trying to set this camera up to face the outside. I hear something brushing through this branch. I heard, hey.
No,
Somebody
shut
was
up.
walking.
No way.
I swear.
Dude, no.
Like something was trying to talk to you. We're getting everything ready. You just hear Ryan out here yelling.
Yeah, we just scrambled for cameras. Dude, that's up.
Once inside the chapel, the group started feeling as though something was pursuing them. Their equipment began generating an alarming progression of terms associated with observation, fear, and danger.
Talk to us, please.
Dude.
Shut the f up, dude. What do we do? Open it?
Hell no.
You know what's wild? Something just knocked on it, and it didn't go off.
Can you touch that device in front of the door?
The little red light. It won't hurt you.
Prove that you understand us.
It honestly scared me so bad I'm thirsty.
I still hear what sounds like something below us. Did you guys feel the vibe between up here and down there? Yeah, down below us, under there for some reason, felt weird.
Whoa.
Think about it.
What the f? Hello? Talk to us.
No.
Watching!
Oh shit, dude, you just got done saying that you're supposed to cover the windows. Can you see us?
Watching fearful. Are you below us? Or can you see us through these windows? Danger. Watching fearful danger. Are you saying we're in danger?
Watching, fearful, danger.
Oh my god, in a new section of the...
I just heard a fucking voice. I heard a voice.
Later, the crew entered another area and returned among the trees. A whistle broke the stillness. Ryan then stopped cold after noticing what appeared to be uncovered human feet racing through the dense vegetation.
You up?
We hear you. We can't see you though. We can hear you, we think.
Like Stranger Things.
Or the creature.
Is this a portal?
Find the truth. Find the truth. Somebody's trying to tell us that there is something that we're missing. There is something. The reason why there's so many people going missing is because what if there is another dimension?
Someone was screaming again. I swear I heard it.
You have got it on audio.
It sounded like either a small, like a kid voice, or like a female.
What is actually out here? What is hunting us down?
Other side.
How do we find the other side?
Figure.
Is there something that brings you there and hurts you? Hand.
Figure. Right arm.
If my ankle truly just got grabbed...
That was when they learned about Dennis Martin, a young boy who disappeared in 1969. As his name was mentioned, a voice emerging through the static appeared to claim responsibility for taking Martin. In 1969,
In 1969, a 6-year-old boy named Dennis Martin vanished in the Great Smoky Mountains. He was playing a simple hiding game and then disappeared within seconds. One of the biggest at the time, never found. Martin! What the f?
Oh my god.
Dude.
Oh my god.
Dude, listen to this. You said Martin? Dennis Martin.
Yeah.
There's a 6-year-old boy that went missing in the Appalachian Mountains. I just read that, and that device just said Martin.
Look at my arm, bro.
This is insane.
I'm like so chilled up.
Holy sh!
No way.
Oh my god, this is really sad.
No way. How did he go missing? Something's here, Brent. Like something. Something is here.
Did you just feel that?
6-year-old Dennis Martin vanished in the Great Smoky Mountains during an innocent game of hide-and-seek. An enormous search followed, among the largest conducted at that time. Yet no trace of him was ever discovered. The remaining hours turned into a nightmare beneath total darkness. They remained motionless inside the chapel while something shook the door latch and shrieked from the surrounding trees until daylight. Perhaps the voices
Guys. There's talking right outside of the door. The door's right there. We have 3 hours. 3 hours till the sun comes out. And then what? Run to the car? How are we going to film the end? I don't know. Just figure it out then.
Whistles and activity within the brush came from humans, wildlife, or mounting fear in the darkness. But in a location already associated with unexplained disappearances, every noise carries greater weight. Had you been trapped inside that chapel, would you have remained silent until sunrise? That's it for tonight. Which moment creep? Drop it in the comments. Have your own story. Share it with us, and stay tuned. The next one is even darker.